Hello and welcome back. We're at Hard Justice. I would like to show you something. As you can see, right now is today's episode of Falling Star Editing. This is Saturday's episode, what I'm now recording. It's 1:30, so I hope it gets 3 done. If it gets too late it gets too late, I'll stop, so I want to get a bath and stuff. But yeah, this is Hard Justice 2018. So we are these are results from Falling Star Wrestling Hard Justice, being held by Falling Star, in front of 282 people at the Sand Beach School. So our open angle gets a 41D. Holy shit. That is the best angle we've ever had on a show. Tonight, the only member of Midas here tonight is Tom Dawkins. This is stupid. My mind is the best thing to come in Falling Star since in forever. So tonight, after a loss last month, tonight Dawkins will win. Dawkins will prove that Midas are on top. So yeah, Tommy Lee coming out, getting a bit annoyed that I've only put Tom Dawkins on tonight's show. And that match gets a 20E minus. In a battle that didn't have much heat but in terrible wrestling, Tom Dawkins defeated Gable Kidd in 7:35 by submission after interference from Tommy Lee. Gets a 20E minus. Tommy Lee did some good work at the ringside. My announcing lifted the match. The crowd got hotter. Gable Kidd had a 15, Dawkins to 22, and Midas has started. And the Midas storyline has started with this segment. Yes, I'm doing a Midas storyline. Next angle, please. In about a decent match in the crowd with terrible wrestling, Gideon Gray defeated Tom Falcon by pinfall with a handful of ties. Gets a 26E. Gideon Gray is really off his game. This match got the crowd hotter. Gideon Gray had a ring performance of 21. 27 for Tom Dawkins. Holy shit, Tommy boy. So we have got some stars in the making in this company, and we're going to start getting some good rating. After the match, Jimmy Star's annoyed with this, and Jimmy Star comes down, beating Gideon Gray to the mat. That's another storyline we're going to have happening over the next few months on television until our next big event. In about a decent match from the crowd, but terrible terrible wrestling, Jimmy Star defeated Furio in 7:53 by pinfall following a botched interference by Gideon Gray. The Jimmy Star signed off his game, and that's quality lifted the match. Star had a 23, Furio had a 23. The Fallen Star, My Hero Ass storyline is advanced to this segment and gained heat. So it's a 24E, not bad. The idea behind this is, Gideon Gray's come in and he's been saying some shit about Jimmy on Twitter. Jimmy's, took offence to it. He's a bit annoyed. A video plays hyping Jordan Devlin versus Connors, 18E minus. And let's hope this match delivers. A 30E plus for our main event. That is what I like to see. And above a decent reaction from the crowd, but subpar wrestling, Connors defeated Jordan Devlin in 15-10 by pinfall with a don't look down. Joe's Connors was really off his game. Jordan Devlin and Joe Connors have great chemistry showing their performance. Good. Jordan Devlin at 30, Connors 24. The shit Finn Balor storyline advances segment. No work or improvements, but I'm happy with that because I'm doing a storyline with these guys. The closing angle gets an 18E. The match is over and Connors is celebrating. Devlin looks angry, jumps in from behind, beating him down because Devlin's not happy he got a loss. A 24E. The show increased popularity, but we're not interested, So I'm going to give it to Devlin. I'm going to give it to Connors because they flipping blew the battery out of the park. And I will also give it to Tom Falcon because Tom Falcon and his in-ring performance was amazing. So praise for great performance, praise for great performance, praise for great performance to make the speech. Devlin seemed pleased, Connors seemed pleased, Talkin seemed... Oh, I did this the wrong... Tom. So yeah, I'll see you at the main title screen and we'll see if we've lost money. Hello and welcome back, Falling Star Wrestling's local to global style thing. Hold on a minute. Yeah, I like this picture. It's Kenny Williams, elbow ring, mighty skull to the face. What I'm trying to do is, for each episode I'm trying to get a different picture from a different company in Britain, and I'll do the same for America. So that is ICW. And I think it was progress I had on the last episode. What you'll get to see today, or you'll get to see Friday, which is editing at the moment behind all this. So yeah, most people tend to agree for a small company they're doing okay. Got 24E. Yeah, you see, the problem is, and we'll have a look at this in a bit more detail, I think, today, because I've turned the fog of war off, which means we can have. So let's just Ustream. Do you need... Okay, this is a new company, NWAF. The NWAF. What is the NWAF? Shall we have a look at the New Age Wrestling Forever? It's in Quebec. It's opened in February 2018 and got a bit of popularity. And some people. They got Crazy Steve, Daphne, Spike, Taylor Madison, the Natural, Zach Sparrow. Zach Sparrow is amazing. What's their product? Traditional Lucha Libre realism. So, but yeah, so they've got more popularity in us because they're a new company and hey ho, whatever. How are we doing? We're now minus 6,000 again. 14. Yeah, we're still on a 14. Test the Wills. We have one more. Matt Watts has some morale issues. You left me off the show. Yeah. Well, you cost too much money, mate. I'm sorry. Yeah, so that's going to be a problem. I'm going to turn something off, which, you know, I had it turned on because it makes it, but that is, so I don't keep getting this. No, workers overuse penalty, no. Match, where is it? I saw it a minute ago. That's show complaints, there we go, save. And then people won't complain about being left off shows. Makes my life easier. Right, so we're now minus 6,000. We're estimate costs. So we're meant to get 6,000 in merchandise. In things. So I'm gonna drop a few things down just to, because the problem is we're trying to grow and we're not doing very good. So merchandise is we're gonna drop that to standard, and we're gonna drop that down to constant. So yeah, I'll do. So what we are going to do next month at Test of the Wills is we'll have, let's put the show up. This is going to be an expensive show, I think, because we're going to have Matt Walters against Danny Duggan in the main event for the championship. We're then going to have a tag team match, 2-on-2, as we'll have all of the Midas there that night. That's Scott Fusion. And Dawkins will tag against Kid and Tom Falcon, who will probably, I don't know yet. So yeah, that's the next match of the night. Midas taking on Cable Kid and Falcon. It is a real storyline. I don't know if to do Star versus Gideon Grey, which is another one of the storylines. I don't remember. I've got the Olympus storyline as well. I've got loads of storylines. So yeah, I'll show you the storylines. I feel I've got 5. Yeah, so you got Falling Star here on my ass, the championship, Ship Finn Balor between Connors and Devlin. Then we've got these guys, which I'm not doing this month. And then you got the Olympus, which is Sammy Smooth and Ashton Smith, which is the one we will do. So Sammy Smith taking on Ashton Smith. Awesome. So yeah, guys, I will skip to the end of the month, see if we get back in the green this month. And we'll see if we can make a bit of money, but we're going to have a quick look at something before we do that, and that is any in-ring push. Filter. Yep. Any in-ring push. Awesome. Okay, let's do this. So we're going to have a look, not only at popularity of wrestlers, we're going to have a look at everything today. In this bit, we're going to do this now, and then I can just get on with the rest of the game today. So he's a 17F+ across the board, and he was a 0 in an F2 minus. I don't know when we brought him in, but he's gone up to 17 and stuck there, so he is not doing very well at all. Skill wise, he's not too bad across the board. Track progress, and he is improving. He's improving slowly, but he is improving in ring performance. Improving. Entertainment, improving. And others, improving. So yes, he is improving, so I'm going to keep him. I think with that, he's going to improve. Right, I'm just going to cut the video because I need a toilet. Hello, everybody. Sorry about that. I needed a toilet. Cool and nature's brilliant fun, isn't it? So let's have a look at my friend, the current reigning, defending Falling Star champion, Danny Duggan. So yeah, we'll look at his popularity and then we'll have a look at his wing work. So he's an 18E minus. Most of the places he's an F4. He's an 18E minus. He's kind of stayed there since December. We're now in February. So yeah, skill wise, he's born in London. Okay, so yeah, he's not very good, but he is improving in all the areas. So he is improving. So he's another person who will be staying on board. Dark Lord, one of our newer stars, as a part of the Falling Star Wrestling franchise. My friends, it's Dark Lord. Popularity, he's a 17F plus. Track progress, so he was a 15, he's now gone up to a 17. Didn't use him last month, sadly. I'd love to have used him, but hey ho. Let's have a look how he's improved since July of last year. So he hasn't improved very much in brawling or in press, but so I think this is because he hasn't been used. He hasn't improved anywhere in the ring. I won't really look at performance stuff because I don't think that's relevant. But yeah, so hopefully we'll have a look at him when his contract comes up and see if he deserves to have a re-contract clause. Furio, Vampiric, crazy. I ain't got many promos for Furio, because I don't know how to write a promo for Vampire. Apart from, I want blood, I'm going to bite your neck. So yeah, he was a 0 in July. He's now a 17. Which means he's improved in popularity quite a lot since we brought him on board. And he's done most of his work with us. So let's have a look at his progress. He has improved. He has improved across, apart from chain wrestling, mat work and submissions. He's improved in aerial a bit. He's improved in flashiness. So yeah, he has improved in ring work. So either way we look at it, even if he hadn't improved, he'll probably be staying on because he is a part of the real life Falling Star. I don't know why we're looking at Gabriel Kidd, but he has worked for other companies, so I want to see how he's improved with other companies because he's been with Attack for a while. But he was born in Nottinghamshire. He's a 7 at the moment in our region. Northern England, where Nottingham is based in the game, he's higher up because that's where his home region is. It'll be the same for King Kendo, I think. But yeah, he was a 2. 2. Obviously, we brought him in. He got a 3. He's now a 5. And at the moment, he's a 7, so he's improved in popularity. But let's have a look how he's improved in skills over the few months he's been. So yeah, I've turned Fog of War off so we can do this. So yeah, he hasn't improved in brawling. Purist, he's improved by 1 point. None in hardcore. But he's improved in chain wrestling. He hasn't improved in mat work, submissions. So he's only improved in 1 bit, but even 1 dot of improvement is better than anything. Yeah. So we'll keep an eye on him for the next... How much longer he's got left on his contract? 9 months, and we'll see how he goes. Gideon Gray. I don't know if Gideon Gray is working for anyone else, so we'll have a quick look. Because Gideon Gray is someone I'm very high on. So yeah, he's an 18E minus in Southern England. He was a 15. He only went to 17. He's now an 18E minus. I don't think he works for anyone other than us. Oh no, he works for Fight Nation Wrestling. So let's have a look at physical. Why am I looking at physical? Wrong thing. Skills. There we go. Physical is telling you if he's injured or not, which he isn't. So let's have a look. I'm only going to look at the in-ring skills. I'm not interested in performance and stuff. So he's a 40 in brawling, 10 in purse, hardcore 10. Train wrestling is 45. He's improved, not improved at all anywhere. So we'll see how he goes over the next 9 months. He'll be the same as Gabriel Kidd, roughly. So we'll see how he improves over the 9 months and see if he gets better. Main eventer, Jimmy Starr, one of our main eventers, very big and very popular with the fans. He won't be soon. We've got a plan for Jimmy, which is going to mess up the company entirely. He got an 18E minus, so he's stuck there since losing the bout, which is nice. He hasn't dropped or he hasn't gone up. Let's have a look at his skills, because if he hasn't improved, I'm going to be really annoyed. Yes, the scan levels are not active due to fog of war being turned off. So he hasn't improved in brawling. He's improved in hardcore. He improved in October and then improved since. He hasn't improved in Purse. He has improved in chain wrestling. He improved in January. He has improved in mat wrestling. No, improved in submissions. He hasn't improved in aerial, and he has improved in flashiness. So, to be quite honest, that is better than what I thought I was going to get with Jimmy Star. But he's improved, so that's good. Jonathan Windsor. I may always make it sound disgusting when I bring it to you. Yours cast just gone live. Great. So yeah, so this looks interesting. Sorry if my voice sounded soft during this, because I just realised the headphones were not plugged in. So if my voice sounds soft and now it's got really heavy again, that's why. Sorry about that, guys. I thought my headphones were plugged in and they weren't. So we'll do his skills first because I've clipped it. So yeah, he's brawling. He's a 40. He's improved in a bit of hardcore. He hasn't improved in chain wrestling. He has improved in, because he was a 45 to start off with. He's now a 46 in mat wrestling. He's improved in submissions, aerial, but hasn't improved in flashiness. But he has improved, which is good. And at his age, even if he is a 7-year pro, he is going to get better across the board. To be honest, you know, I hope to God he improved. So he was a 15, he is now a 17, so he's not improved very much in popularity, but he hasn't had a very strong run with us. Jordan Devlin, one of the newer stars of the company, who is in a major storyline with Connors. He's from Bray in Ireland. Let's have a look at his popularity, because he has had a sudden spike. Because he's an 18E minus now. When I brought him in, he was a 13, and he's jumped to 18. So he's, you know, his in-ring skills are out of the world. Let's track his progress. 45D, he's got a 10, so he's improved in that. He's not improved there. In Prusu, chain wrestling, hasn't improved in. Mat wrestling, he's improved in. Submissions, hasn't improved. Aerial, has improved. So he's improved a little bit, but hopefully with him being with us and over the top wrestling, he might improve more, because it means he's doing more wrestling. My man Joseph Connors, another new star. The idea of these guys is to bring in, to attract people to the company. So Connors is one of those people who will do that. So let's track his progress. Brawling, not very much. Improvement, no improvement, no improvement. See, the problem is with him, he has improved in aerial. The problem with Connors is I don't think he's improved very much because he hasn't wrestled a lot and tracked progress. Or he hasn't been putting people who are better than him. So he's a 20E minus. He hasn't improved in that. Hopefully he will improve. Newer star Matt Walters. Matt Walters has been working for Fight Nation Wrestling, I do believe. Why not working for us? But I brought him in because he's from Hunstanton, and he's also working for International Pro Wrestling UK, so he's a main eventer across the board for all these companies. His popularity is 27E. You know, he is our most popular guy, to be honest. So, you know, I need to start using him a bit more. He'll be in the main event this coming thing. So his progress is, he's improved in brawling. He hasn't improved in purist. He hasn't improved in hardcore. He hasn't improved in chain wrestling. He hasn't improved in mat wrestling. He's improved by 1 point of submission. Hasn't improved in aerial or flashiness. But one improvement is better than no improvement. It means he's picking up stuff. One of our newest stars, Mark Holmes, the mad scientist. I've got some promos planned for Mark Holmes in the future. So he's got a brawl. So that's what he looks like now. He's got a 40D. Hasn't improved, hasn't improved, hasn't improved, hasn't improved, hasn't improved. But I don't think he's working for anyone other than us. So He's not going to improve just yet. He's got an F4 in Southern for, you know, he's not very popular in Southern England, but hey, guess what? We'll work with him. We'll make him popular. I am going to wrestling Sunday night, as you might know. Yeah, so he doesn't work for anyone, he only works for us. So I'm not expecting any improvements from him at all because, you know, he's only had one match in, I think, about a year. So, I've never seen Mark Holmes in real life, but I'd love to because I think his character's brilliant. Because he did use say his only match. Before we go to all years, he's only had one match. Oh, he did work for British. He's done a couple of matches for British Independent in November and October. We went against Ringo Ryan and Mark Masters and Holmes. But you know, even so, that's, you know, he's first. You know, he's now part of us, so he won't be on those shows now. He'll be coming to us. Ricky Knight Jr. Now, these are the sort of people I'm interested in because these are the people who have been here since day one. These are the people that we've been working with and we've put a lot into. And with him working Fight Nation Wrestling, so he's a 17F plus across. It was a 0, excuse me. He was a 0. He's now. Then he goes to an 8. Then he goes to 10. Then he's a 17. I am pushing him towards the main event because I think, you know, as young as he is, he's going to be great. Let me drink the rest of the tea before it goes even colder. Oh, I did say I was going to call the missus up, but oh well. So yeah, he's improved. Look at this improvement in brawling, in press. He's even improved in hardcore. He's even improved in chain. He's improved in mat wrestling. He's improved in submissions, high flying. He's improved across the board. So, because he's so young, he's just going to keep improving. He's just going to get better. We're going to have to watch that no one else tries to nick him. But it's been he's only active in England. It's going to be very hard. The only company that can kind of take him is New Japan and WWE. Another one of our guys who have been here since day one, Mr. Smooth, old Sammy Smooth. He was a 10 when we brought him in. He's now a 17. So he's improved in popularity. Kind of stuck there for a while because we went with his momentum, which we're now going to improve and get him over. But he has improved in brawling. He has improved in press and hardcore. He's improved across the board. If you look, he is improved across the board in ring work. So he's definitely someone we're going to be keeping an eye on and pushing. Scott Fusion, one of our newer stars. He's a 12-year pro. He has worked for WAW. Someone I have seen wrestle on WAW before. So someone I've actually spoken to in real life. And have been in the ring with when I was training before. So he hasn't improved in brawling. He hasn't improved. The thing is, he's one of the guys who are not going to... He's improved in high submissions and flight aerial, which is good. You know, he doesn't work for anyone else other than us, so any improvement in his popularity or skills is just from him being with us for one show, which is what we, you know... It was 16, 16, 16, dropped to 14, gone back to 16. So that's good. You know, Scott Fusion's in a tag match at the next show. Sid Scala, someone we haven't used on the last two shows and we're not using on the next show, giving him a bit of time off. He's actually been given time off. I've given him a couple of months off, so he won't be appearing for a couple of months because I want to kind of refresh him a bit. But he's got a 17, hasn't improved. That'll probably drop before he comes back. But skill-wise, this is where I'm interested in looking at and seeing what's going on. He has improved in brawling, he's improved in press, he's improved in hardcore, he's improved in chain, mats, submissions, aerial, flashiness. He's improved across the board as well, so he's someone we're keeping on board. I'm just going to click to talk. He's normal at the moment. So I am going to give him time off because I'm not going to use him, so he's going to get 2 months off. So yeah, he's been given some time off. Mr. Tom Dawkins, who is now a part of the Midas. I forgot to mention that. Yeah, we've got Dawkins, Fusion, and Matt Walters, who are part of our version of the Midas. So we only got 3 people because we ain't got a big roster. But if we get bigger, I might put more people in there because in Falling Star, the Midas is quite a big thing and it's annoying. So yeah, he was a 15. He then was an 18E minus, and now he's a 17. So we need to start getting him back up there because I think he'll be a good one for Matt Walters to take on. You know, if we ever implode it. But in ring, he's improved in brawling, he's improved in press, Improved in hardcore chain wrestling. Hasn't improved in mat, but he's improved in submission and improved in aerial. But that's still good. You know, those improvements mean a lot to me. And finally, my man Tom Falcon, aka Tom Garrett. That's his real name. If you want to find him on Facebook and Twitter, Tom Falcon, formerly known, better known as Tom Garrett, from King's Lynn, trained by Falling Star Wrestling. He's now a 17. Oh boy, we're going to be pushing him to the moon. You know, someone I do, and that is actually his real life age. I've actually looked it up and looked on his Facebook. So brawling, he's improved. He's improved in press. He's improved in hardcore. He's improved in chain wrestling. He's improved in mat wrestling. No, he hasn't. No mat or submission, or aerial or flashiness. But he's improved, which is good. So yeah, that is the roster as it stands. I'm going to skip to the end of the month. See if we get back in the green. We'll do one more show on TV. And then after that, it will be ended. Hopefully the contract might end before the show. So that'll be Test of Wills, where we're going to be spending a bit of money because we've got Ashton Smith, Sammy Smooth, Gray and Jimmy Star. We've got the tag match, and then the main event tonight, Walter's taking on Danny Duggan for the championship. So I'll see you at the end of the month. Thanks for watching, guys. Hello and welcome back. We are now at the main screen after about 2 hours of loading. To get us here, March 2018 battle results. We finished last again. Mighty School. Eastern deals changing. ASW K have changed across there. Level to local. School relocate to school. Next time. Hugh Galloway ends his engagement. Okay. Galloway's not getting married anymore. So I'm going to make a decision that I'm only going to do one more event because I'm going to run out of time tonight to record anymore because I work tomorrow. So yeah, we're going to have a quick look and see how we did. So yeah. No WWE event last night, obviously, because we had Royal Rumble. I think that was the only event WWE did. So yeah, we're going to have a quick gander and have a look and just see if there was another event in the month for their schedule. We'll have a quick look and see what's going on over at Ring of Honor, TNA and New Japan, see if they've got any new champions since we last looked. And then we'll get on those. So the next event is Elimination Chamber on the second week, which we won't get to have a look at. So let's go and have a look at Ring of Honor first. Just see if they've had any new champions or if they're still got people on top. So the world champion is still Cody Rhodes. The six-man tag mats are still Dalton Castle, Brent and Brandon Tate. Matt and Nick Jackson are still the tag team champions. And Kushida is still the television champion. So nothing's changed in Ring of Honor since July. Where is Impact Wrestling? There's Impact. So over in Impact, Moose is still your Grand Champion. Rosemary's still your Knockouts Champion, even though it's Sienna. Ethan Carter beat Lashley back in October. I think that was at Bound for Glory he beat Bobby Lashley, wasn't it? Yeah, so he beat Lashley at Bound for Glory. I didn't know about that. Braxton Shutt and Caleb Connolly are your tag team champions. They've held them since August. The Traitors defeated Latin Exchange on Explosion, funnily enough, for the titles. I didn't know about that. And Sanjay Dutt is still your X Division champion. So 2 title changes over in Impact. Over in New Japan, I would go through every company on here, but it's just way too much to do. So we'll just go for the big ones, the big main. They're now 4th, so we'll have a quick look at that as well. So Kelly Germano is still the world champion. Nick Aldis is your Intercontinental champion. Romeo Takahashi is your junior heavyweight. Junior heavyweight tag team champions are Jado and Gado. Kushida and Alex Shelley, your IWGP tag team champions. IWGP open weight champions Mr. Anderson. Be quite interesting to actually see him wrestle. I would love to see Mr. Anderson. And then for your Never Openweight 6-man tag, it's Jay White, Joaquin William. So yeah, New Japan have got quite a lot of interesting people on the roster at the moment for their tour. You've got like David Finlay Jr., as you know. But they've seemed to have got quite a few interesting people. They've got Nick Aldis on board for this tour. They've got so they've got Nick Aldis. I can't find him now. Maybe ECD. So they've got Nick Jackson, but I think he's not on the roster because I think they're not doing their tour. But yeah, because they're not on tour at the moment. But yeah, when they go on tour, he is a part of them touring. So, which is a very interesting way of doing things. But we are going to be announcing something very exciting. So, yeah, that's what's going on in the world. So let's, because this is now number 4 when it was 2, let's have a look at company wars. So WWE, NXT, Impact, New Japan, 0-1, Wrestle 1. So it's really, you know, shall we have a look at the British Isles? We are 9th in the British Isles, so we are quite ahead of a few companies, which is nice. We want to be up here though, where FSW is. I want to have a look at something then. I want to see why NXT is number 2, because that means WWE are now on top all over the world, which is going to be a problem, because NXT being number 2 in the world means a lot. So last year, Tommaso Ciampa and Tucker Knight won the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. Your NXT champion is still Bobby Roode. Akam and Razor are still your tag team champions, and Durea Barrento is your women's champion who defeated Aksana in February. So yeah, let's have a look at some of them. So they haven't been getting very... I'm done all years now. Let's just have a look for 2018. Yeah, they haven't been getting good ratings yet. They're number 2. We'll see what happens. So yeah, I'll see you. I'm going to get this show booked, and then I'm going to go and get my dinner. But at the moment, we've got 1 episode left, and it's in its final months. I'm not going to renew it. We only made a $71 loss last month, but I think the fact we're on telly, we're not making revenue from that, so I'm going to let it run out and do 1 more show on there, and then we'll sort it out. So I'll see you in a little bit. Hello, 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 and welcome back to Test of Wheels 2018. Yes, Test of Wheels 2018. As you may notice, it is now 8 o'clock at night and there's not a video out, which is not good at all, because I like videos. I like to get them out daily, and it will be out now in a little bit. So yeah, that should be going up in about half an hour when I've recorded this. Cancel that, I don't save the project, but there we go. So that's all ready to go up, so you will know that now. It's just because I stopped to have dinner and speak to my fiance and get this set up so I can record this bit. So my friends, these are the results from FSW Fallen Star Wrestling Test of Wheels 2018. It's been held in front of 257 people at the Barnfield Theatre in Exeter. In a bout of a decent reaction from the crowd, at Talbot Wrestling, Asher Smith defeated Sammy Smooth in 11:54 by pinfall. Asher Smith makes defence number 3 of his Limitless title. It got 25E. The announcing quality lifted the match. The match got the show off to a strong start. This match got the crowd hotter. 23 for Ashton Smith, Sammy Smooth at 24. And the storyline advances with this segment. No worker improvements, sadly. Next up is an angle which was going to open the card, but I thought we'll do this second. It gets a 37D minus. Tonight, my boys, the Midas, will kill these little worthless pricks. Tonight they will fight to get the win. Tonight my boys will win, and later on Matt will be champion. Tonight is the night Midas gets on top. Tonight we prove we are the Golden Touch. So yeah, if you don't know about the fable about King Midas and where he could touch everything and he turned everything to gold, I do believe that's where Tommy Lee got that idea from, the Midas touch. So that's where that's from. And that match gets a 23E minus. In a bout that didn't have much heat, and Talbot Wrestling, Kid and Falcon defeated Tom and Scott Fusion in 12-12 when Tom Falcon defeated Scott Fusion by pinfall, dropping a dime. Tommy Lee did some good work of things. Scott Fusion seemed off his game. The announcing quality lifted the match. This match got the crowd hot. Scott Fusion had a ring win performance of 22, Dawkins 23, Falcon 24, and Kid 17. So I was going to have this match open the night, but I thought better of it. Then we have Gabriel Creed and Jimmy Starr. That is a 24E. In about a decent fraction of the crowd, Talbot Wrestling and Jimmy Starr defeating Gideon Gray 12-24 by pinfall. Gideon Gray 22, Star 22, this Fallen Star Hero, my ass, storyline advance, no worker improvements. 23E for hyping the main event. That gets a 30E plus. Yes, that's what I like to see. And about a decent reaction of the crowd, but subpar wrestling, Matt Walters defeats Danny Duggan in 17-25 by pinfall after Tommy Lee interfered. Matt Walters wins the Falling Star Championship. Matt Walls was visibly tiring towards the end. Tommy Lee did some good work at ringside. Darren Duggan was visibly tiring. Matt Walls 30. Danny Duggan at 24. No worker improvements, but a strong way to close off a show. A 24E. And that will be the last time that we improve in all those countries at once, because that was our last night on TV, I'm afraid. Danny Duggan, and we'll give it to Jimmy Starr. Complimented on a good performance, complimented on a good performance, complimented on a good performance. Matt seemed pleased, Danny Duggan's very happy and was pleased with your speech. So yeah, we'll see you at the main task screen. Hello and welcome back to the main screen. Hello guys, so last night AA did their show, got 60C. And Drago was in the main event, not bad. 0-1 held their event, got 53C. Our Snow comments upset NXT. Gave some comments about NXT. Al Snow obsessed them. Jack Hager is now part of Lucha Underground. Although people tend to agree that for the small company they're doing okay. Yeah, I ain't looked at the other screen yet. I have shortlisted this gentleman. I've shortlisted a couple of more guys who are on their way out. I won't show you that. So we did make a 71 loss, but it looked like we're going to make a more of a loss this month. But hopefully we can sort Matt Walters out. He shouldn't be irritated. He should start getting... So yeah, last night as we saw FSW Championship changed hands as Matt Walters became champion, and we got Ashton Smith, our longing reigning champion. And next month he's not gonna be a part of the show. Money issues mean that we cannot hire him next month. So we're going to be doing a very cheap show next month. The only main event guy we're having is Jimmy Starr, who will be in action. And he'll be taking on current reigning defending Limitless champion Ashton Smith for the belt in the main event. He can't defend. We will actually be doing a tag match. I will be spending a bit of money on this. So in action will be 2v2. It will be Devlin on one side and Connors on the other, and they will be tagging with actually we're going to change this. They'll be tagging with Jimmy. Connors will be tagging with Jimmy Starr, and Devlin will be tagging with Gideon Gray. Fiorio, who was not on the last show, will be making a special appearance as he takes on someone we haven't used for a while, Dark Lord. And then we're going to be doing a special attraction tag match, 6-man tag. We ain't done one of these yet. Which will see Mark Holmes, Dark Lord and Gabriel Kidd take on Scott Fusion, Jonathan Windsor and Tom Dawkins. It does not mean that Windsor is going to be part of the Midas. He's just going to be joining them for this tag match. Which will be I think that will be quite a nice little match. And finally, we'll have Sid Scala make his untriumphant return. Against Ricky Knight Jr. Oh yes, Sid Scala makes his return to... So, Fury about to go against Dark Lord, and then Dark Lord about to go against I want to do a... Because I can do it with this company, which is fun, I want to kind of put as many people on, because we're going to be drawing a lot of people at the next show. That'll be Ashton Smith. Ashton Smith, Tom Falcon, and Sammy Smith, because that's the storyline. So yeah, there you go. That is your show for the next one. I don't know if it will be done tonight because of time. At the moment it's now 8, and I don't know how long it's going to take to get through this month. I might do it, I might not. But I can promise you that it's going to be a massive attendance, and I can promise you that it'll be our second show of this month. Sacrifice will be happening tonight, and it will be happening in 2 weeks' time. I'm going to be doing Sacrifice Sunday, week 3 of May, and that's why I'm not having. So yeah. Sunday, week 2 of March. So that'll be in 13 days' time. I will probably do that tonight. But I'll see you guys at that show. See you then. Hello and welcome to Sacrifice. These are the results from Sacrifice 2018 being held by Falling Star Wrestling. It's being held in front of 750 people at the O2 Academy in Oxford. In a battle, had decent match in the crowd, but terrible wrestling. Ricky Knight Jr. defeated Danny Duggan and Fiorio in 7:38 when Ricky Knight Jr. defeated Danny Duggan by pinfall with 5-star frog splash. Does that mean he's getting a shot at the world title? You have to wait and see, my friends. You have to wait and see. So Danny Duggan's really off his game. Fiorio's really off his game. This match got the show off to a strong start. This match got the crowd hotter. Duggan at 24, Fiorio to 22, and so did Ricky Knight Jr. Ricky Knight Jr. has been proven in performance. At 25 he'd start off tonight's show, and believe me, this show's got a huge crowd and a huge main event for this evening. Yes, my friends, you wait until you see the main event. I'm putting all the stocks out for this show. When I realised this is so many people getting, I realised our size when I looked at it. I went, okay, I'm gonna have to bring in some big names for this one. In a battle of a decent match on the crowd, but terrible wrestling, Ashton Smith defeated Tom Falcon and Sammy Smooth in 12-21 when Ashton Smith defeated Sammy Smooth by pinfall. Ashton Smith makes defence number 4 of his Limitless title with 24E. Falcon was really off his game. He's got the crowd hotter, 24, 21, 24, and the Limitless storylines advance for this segment. In a 46D, a music video is shown to promote Sabre Jr., who will not be here for a few weeks because he's got a broken cheekbone, but Sabre Jr. has signed. You wait until you see the main event if you think Zack Sabre Jr. is huge. In a battle didn't have much heat and terrible wrestling, Scott Fusion, Jonathan Windsor and Dawkins defeated Mike Holmes, Dark Lord and Gabriel Kidd in 12:46 when Scott Fusion defeated Dark Lord by pinfall. Gabriel Kidd seemed off his great game. Lee did some good work at ringside. Windsor is getting better with his gimmick. Gabriel Kidd at 20, Dark Lord at 24, Mike Holmes at 14, Dawkins at 21, Windsor at 21 and Scott Fusion at 23. Scott Fusion improving in performance, Dark Lord improving in performance, and so is Gabriel Kidd. Awesome. 14-17 F pluses. Star and Connors versus Gray and Devlin is promoted and gets a 28E. Then above had decent match in the crowd, but subpar wrestling. Jordan Devlin and Griddy Gray defeated Jimmy Star and Joseph Connors in 12:30 when Jordan Devlin defeated Jimmy Star by pinfall after using a foreign object. Jimmy Star seemed off his game. Joseph Connors had in the ring performance at 27, Jimmy Star at 24, Gideon Gray at 25, Jordan Devlin at 29. The match, with both storylines advanced and gained heat. There's no worker improvements to improve on. In a 30 E1E plus, video hype's playing up tonight's main event, which gets us a 36D minus. Matt Walters defeats not only the returning to England Jack Gallagher, Noam Dar and Al Ligero all debuted in a ladder match in 1709 when Matt Walters retrieved the item with help from Tommy Lee. Matt Walters makes defence number 1 of his Limitless title. So Al Ligero debuted his old school gimmick, got initial rating of very good. Al Ligero seemed to gain. Jack Gallagher has debuted his gentleman realistic gimmick, got initial rating above average. Jack Gallagher was really off his game. Noam Dar debuted his old school gimmick, he's got initial rating of below average. Tommy did good work. Matt Ward's getting both gimmick. Alligator 42, Jack Gallagher 41, Noam Dar 38, and Matt Waltz 33. Alligator improving in performance and Jack Gallagher improving in flying. So yeah, these guys were released from WWE. They do. Noam Dar is about 1,000, Gallagher's 1,500, Alligator is another 1,000, but 750 people. I think we can get that. And a 28E. Your show appeared worse because you do. So we did increase in popularity because of that. So I think we'll see what happens if we made some money. If not, if we didn't, when I'm going to increase that for the next show, because now we've got Alligator, Noam Dar, and we're getting 750 people. I think we can probably afford to increase our, But yeah, Noam Dar and Jack Gallagher. I'll see you at the main title screen to discuss what's just happened. Hello and welcome back to the main title screen. So let's have a look at what happened last night. Miss Anderson Lane to New Japan. No surprise there. Lucha Underground last night, 79B as always. Lucha Underground are very good. The feedback has been mixed. They tend to grieve at full smoke. They're doing okay. Sellout crowd, not broadcasted. A 28E, not bad at all. But that did put us in debt. But our ticket sales are now 11,570. So that's going to help us. And our merchandise is now 8,000. So we should be out of debt by the end of the month, which means we can start doing this more often. So our next show is actually scheduled to be Sacrifice, which we removed. So next month we need to do a event for Sunday. I can't do this. Sunday week 2, or is it? We'll be doing Wednesdays now, so it'll be Wednesday week 1 of what's next month? March, April. Yeah, so it'll be March. So that'll be. I'm going to do an hour show. It's going to be that as our logo. Organised violence, perfect. We're going to try a 1 hour show, and at this organised violence we're going to be having our main event of the night will be Alligator taking on Jack Gallagher. Gentleman Jack Gallagher will be in our main event of the night. Awesome. In our semi-main of the night, it will be Danny Duggan, who is now a mid-carder, sadly. He's actually now a lower mid-carder, jeez. Taking on Matt Walters in a rematch for the championship. That might not be our semi-main, I don't know yet. Noam Dar will be taking on our boy Tom Falcon, who is an upper mid-carder. So Noam Dar taking on Tom Falcon, someone who's been with the company for a while. This show will be full of 5 matches. Next up will be the match of Jordan Devlin taking on Joseph Connors. That will be our next match of the night. That's 4. We're going to be doing 3 on 3, so there'll be an infill. Gideon Gray will be meeting arch nemesis and former world champion Jimmy Starr. And in a singles bout for the championship, which won't be done for a couple of days. This won't be recorded till Sunday, if not before then, because I don't know when I'm going to get Ring of Fire's got to be out on Sunday, because we're doing this for Saturday. So I don't know when I'll be doing this show actually in my head, but with it being booked, I should know what I'm doing. So Sammy Smooth will be taking on Ashton Smith, and that is set. The reason I'm trying a longer show is because we're now getting more people in, and hopefully 2 shows a month with the ticket sales, and hopefully with 2 matches featuring these guys, Noam Dar, Tom Falcon, Alligator and Jack Gallagher in the main event. It should hopefully work. So I'm going to advance the end of the month, and then I'll do that, and then I'll edit this together and put this in the kitchen overnight while it should depot, and then hopefully I can do something in the morning at 6:30 when I get up before I go to work to get it all going. So yeah, I'll see you at the end of the month, which shouldn't take too long. See you then. Hello my friends, I'm now going to go off to bed. This is the final part of today's video. And we got through 2 things which made this go a lot quicker. We still finished last. Screw this. So yeah, last night WrestleMania 34 drew 27 fans. Not very good WrestleMania. It was held at the Harvard Stadium in New England. Got quite a few bar rates. Got an 81. Not very good. The main event was Roman Reigns and Dolph Ziggler. Big E and Kingston. Oh, Kofi Kingston defeated the Hardys. The Usos defeated the Hype Bros to retain the SmackDown Tag Team titles. Cesaro and Sheamus defeated the Primetime Players. Lucha Dragons defeated Shining Stars. Braun Strowman defeated Tony Nese to retain the United States Tag Team. TJ Perkins defeated Black, Neville and Gulak for the Cruiserweight title. Carmella defeated Emma by countout. Breezango defeated Anderson and Gallows. Slater and Rhino defeated the Ascension. And the Singh Brothers defeated American Alpha. Very nice indeed, thank you. There's a lot of... So yeah, 35E. Looking at Australia doing better than us. We made a 2,000 loss. Fair enough. We only had one show where we had that 11,000. If we have 2 of that, we'll be quite good. I'm going to put us into more debt though, because the biggest thing that's letting us down now is our production. So we're going to have to upgrade. Because the reason we didn't, I've looked on the forums, and the reason we didn't advance last month was because of that. So I'm now going to bring in, because we're drawing in more fans, I want to bring in a few more people who can do better matches. Because the idea now is we need to do better matches for our money. So what we're going to do is we're going to get male wrestler, a wrestler who is active to hire exactly a regional star in... I'm going to see what comes up. I'm not going to be putting all my chicken in one basket. Never thought to say that in a million years. So yeah, I'm going to edit all this together when I've done this, and we'll see what happens. See, this is the person I would like to bring in. Drew Galloway. You know, someone like Drew. He can do a good match. But I do know who I'm bringing in, so don't panic. You know, Drew is on my short list. But as you can see, if we go to availability, this is a nice little feature. We'd have to move our event to a Tuesday or a Saturday or a Sunday. So it'd have to be a Tuesday, but then I don't think hardly any of my rosters available, so we can't hire him. You know, this is the biggest thing you've got to worry about. Hager, who is only working for Lucha Underground at the moment, but could do a good match, and I'm going to be bringing him in for occasional matches. I'm not always going to be doing it, but as you can see, he's not available on Wednesday because of his potential bookings at Lucha Underground. So yeah, we can move that to a Thursday or Tuesday or Monday. I do believe that we can work around that. And he's not available, so hooray. I'm just showing you how this works. 1,200 is Mark Haskins. He is definitely coming. There's no doubt about it. I'm bringing in a few people you may know, just because we're drawing the fans in now, and we need to be good at wrestling. And they ain't in here. So the problem is, the people you want, they're not in it. Because we're now looking at wrestlers who are regional stars at regional level and can work in British Isles. That'll work. Let's narrow that down a bit. So Gibson, a bit too much. Roxas, but a bit too much. We'll bring in Pete Dunne. 700 appearance for Pete Dunne. Flip that. I'm not going to miss out on that opportunity. Lionheart 800. Yep. I know who I want, so for some reason he's not coming up on our list, so I'll find him and get him in. because he's a 24, he's classified as regional for some reason. But yeah, so we'll renegotiate with Pete Dunne, get him on not covered, and a 1-year deal as well. Just because that's what we do. I am going to be bringing in Mikey Whiplash. Not covered, 1 year, make offer. So yeah, what we're going to now do is just, we're not going to withdraw, what we're going to do is negotiate, just change that to 1 year, not covered, make offer. Just because we don't want to be paying for these guys' travel. You know, you don't want to be paying for their travel to the shows, because what's going to happen then is it's going to cost more. You know, it's going to make you paying $1,000 already to have them appear. It's going to cost more then. So yeah, your next event is going to be up in a few weeks, and hopefully so yeah, we'll bring in these people. These people will not appear on organised violence because we've only got 2 days to that event. I don't think any of these guys will be here in 2 days. But we've got a nice selection of guys now who are going to help us promote the promotion. And after tonight, Matt Walters might lose the championship because we might be putting one of these guys we're bringing in into the main event scene. You know, you've got Danny Dog versus Matt Walters for the rematch, so we'll see. But yeah, if we're getting 11,000 in ticket sales, most of that's coming from our last event. If we're getting that sort of money, that's going to go to 22, so we'll be able to afford to do 2 shows a month with those sort of people. Is my second guess. So yeah, we'll see you tomorrow or Sunday, shall I say, because it's Friday at the moment for me. Hopefully with something to do with Ring of Fire. I hope, if I get this done. So yeah, we'll see you then. Thanks for watching, guys.